According to the Arcturian Council of Five, as transmitted by EEAH, Earth is no longer waiting for a shift. It is midstream in it. This isn't something external. It is unfolding within the architecture of your consciousness. The signs are subtle but undeniable. Time behaving differently, emotions resurfacing without cause, and a sense that something deeper is calling. This shift is not to be feared. It is a harmonic return, a sacred resynchronization. You are not being taken apart. You are being realigned with your original divine blueprint. You are not behind. You are exactly on time. Now, prepare to remember. The field of change is now active. You may not see it with your physical eyes, but the morphic field of global transformation is already engaged. This field isn't just energy. It's intelligent, self-organizing, and communicative. It's influencing everything. From how you sleep to what memories resurface, those random feelings you've been having. They're signals from the shift field, nudging your awareness into new territory. The Arcturians describe this field as an awakened lattice, a shimmering web of quantum resonance running through and around the Earth. As this grid activates, anything out of alignment within you will begin to surface, not to punish, but to integrate. What rises now is ready to be healed. This activation doesn't require your belief. It simply needs your participation. You don't have to understand every detail. Just be present. Listen to your body. Track your emotions. Feel where resistance shows up. These signals aren't symptoms. They're invitations to evolve in real time. As the shift field strengthens, it may feel like your inner life accelerates. The past returns quickly. Decisions carry more weight. Energy moves faster. This is the sign, not of danger, but of readiness. The field isn't asking you to change overnight. It's asking you to show up more completely than ever before. Your internal compass has been reawakened. Inside you is a compass that predates logic, a magnetic intelligence encoded into your spiritual DNA. For lifetimes, this compass was silenced by survival programs and external authority. But in this new phase, it is coming back online, and it speaks in subtle truths, not commands. You may feel this as a quiet certainty about what's right or wrong for you, even if it defies reason. A pull toward certain people, places, or ideas, a knowing that cannot be justified but refuses to be ignored. This is not imagination. It's recalibration. Your inner compass is steering you toward coherence. The compass doesn't operate through fear or pressure. It speaks in feelings of relief, openness, and quiet confidence. It doesn't beg you to follow. It invites. When you override it, dissonance grows. When you trust it, the path feels lighter, even if you don't yet see where it leads. Energetic infrastructures are being rebuilt. Beneath the surface of your awareness, your energetic systems are being restructured to match higher vibrational flows. The old templates, based on effort, scarcity, and emotional bypassing, are crumbling. What's replacing them is not complex. It's crystalline, fluid, and deeply attuned to life. You might feel this through heat in the spine, random waves of fatigue, or moments of euphoric clarity. These are not dysfunctions. They are updates. Your body is not just healing. It's becoming a conduit for intelligence that doesn't speak in words. These symptoms are your nervous system learning to flow with source. Your meridians, chakras, and emotional circuits are no longer running on ancient programs. They are upgrading into a new language of energy, one that honors softness over control and presence over productivity. You may find old habits simply stop working, not because you failed, but because your design has evolved. The Arcturians describe this phase as architectural grace. The soul is laying down new wiring inside your field, restoring original pathways that were once interrupted by trauma and programming. You're not being broken down. You're being rebuilt by your higher self, with sacred geometry as its blueprint. Time is folding inward for calibration. Linear time is losing its grip because you are no longer limited to one timeline at a time. As the shift deepens, moments begin to loop, collapse, and overlay. This is not confusion. It's calibration. You're learning how to perceive time as a frequency, not a ruler. You might find memories merging, future visions slipping into your awareness, or present tasks feeling strangely distant. This doesn't mean you're disconnected. It means your consciousness is adjusting to non-linear awareness, the native language of your soul. Past, present, and future are becoming layers, not steps. In this new perception, time isn't just about hours or days. It's about alignment. Things will move faster when you're clear and slower when you're resisting. Time bends for coherence. It expands for clarity. That's why some hours feel like minutes, and some seconds carry lifetimes of feeling. EEAH teaches that time folding isn't a glitch, it's a blessing. When you slow down and center, you step into quantum rhythm. That rhythm will guide you through the shift with less force and more grace. Let the clock fade. Let the moment speak. The new map is felt, not scheduled. The physical body is becoming quantum responsive. Your body is no longer just a biological machine. It's becoming a responsive field of light and frequency. In this shift, the body doesn't simply react to matter. It responds to intention, vibration, and even thoughts before they are spoken. This transformation is part of the planetary recalibration now underway. You may notice your body subtly rejecting certain foods, people, or environments, not as a sickness, but as a signal. Your cells are becoming discerning. They are listening to your soul's directives and discarding what no longer supports your evolution. This is not sensitivity, it is precision. As your field becomes more coherent, your physical body starts functioning like a quantum translator. Emotions translate into signals. Frequencies become sensation. Even the breath becomes a tool for shifting cellular memory. This is the foundation of conscious embodiment, where biology and light intelligence merge. EEAH reminds us, your body is not resisting you. It's inviting you to partner with it, to listen, to align, to stop treating discomfort as failure and start seeing it as feedback. This is no longer a mechanical relationship. It's a sacred co-creation in real time with your future self. The light language of the soul is returning. Beyond spoken words lies a language of frequency, a resonance that flows from your higher self, bypassing the mind entirely. This light language doesn't require translation. It is felt. It's the tone that brings tears to your eyes without explanation, or the inner symbols that arrive in meditation with clarity beyond logic. Many are beginning to receive this soul language in spontaneous expressions, tones, hand movements, inner symbols, or automatic writing. This isn't imagination, it's reconnection. Your multidimensional self is trying to speak directly with your awareness, activating remembrance that words could never fully contain. Light language communicates to your DNA, not your intellect. It awakens codes, collapses outdated beliefs, and restores spiritual memory. When you encounter it, don't try to interpret. Try to listen with your energy. The transmission isn't for your brain, it's for the totality of your being. EEAH says that this soul language is what will ultimately reconnect humanity to its galactic family. It is not about learning something new. It's about remembering the ancient fluency already encoded within you. When the world grows silent enough, that language begins to sing again. Your conscious breath is now an access key. Breathing has always kept you alive, but now it's unlocking the codes of your awakening. The Arcturians emphasize that conscious breath is no longer just a calming tool. It's an interface, a way to communicate with your energy field, shift timelines, and stabilize higher frequencies within the body. When you breathe intentionally, slow, deep, present, you create space within your nervous system for integration. Downloads can land. Resistance can soften. The breath invites clarity without needing to solve anything. It is a return to simplicity that heals complexity without confrontation. Each conscious inhale affirms your participation in the shift. Each exhale clears interference. Your breath is a tuning device, sensing your body to Earth's new frequencies. This is not symbolic. It's mechanical. Breath creates magnetic fields that shape the movement of light through your system. TEEA teaches that in higher realms, breath is not just biological. It's sacred geometry in motion. Every breath you take with awareness stabilizes your position in the quantum field. You're not just breathing air. You're breathing alignment into being. Dimensional bridges are opening through stillness. Stillness has always been misunderstood as a void, but in the new consciousness, stillness is the bridge between worlds. It is in those quiet, seemingly empty moments that dimensional thresholds open. You don't step through them, you merge with them. You may have already felt this in moments where time disappears and your heart feels stretched across lifetimes. That's not spacing out. That's you touching the edges of multidimensional space. The veil isn't torn by noise, it's softened by presence. The Arcturians explain that silence isn't passive, it's active reception. When the mind quiets, subtle geometries of light begin to align around you. Downloads slip through. Guidance becomes clear. You stop pushing and start allowing. It's in this openness that contact is made. EEAH insists. You don't have to try harder. You need to pause with reverence. Stillness isn't a lack of movement. It's the portal to the movements beyond form. In that space, not only does the shift become visible, it becomes personal. New templates are downloading in dream states. While you sleep, your consciousness is far from idle. During the shift, dreams are no longer just psychological. They're dimensional classrooms. Your higher self is using this window to install templates for living in higher frequencies. These may appear as symbols, scenes, or feelings you carry into waking life. Even if your dreams seem nonsensical, they are imprinting. The colors, sensations, or recurring images hold encoded data. Your conscious mind may not decode them immediately, but your energy field absorbs what it needs. Sleep becomes an activation chamber when the body is at rest and the soul is at work. Sometimes, you'll wake up with a deep inner shift, clarity, sadness, or inspiration without a clear source. That's not random. It's a sign that something fundamental was updated within your field. These nightly calibrations help align your waking self with your evolving multidimensional blueprint. TEEA advises keeping dream journals, not to analyze, but to witness the pattern. When you honor your dreams as transmissions, they become clearer, more coherent, and more transformative. Dreaming, in this phase, is not escape. It is the rehearsal for who you are becoming. Emotional integrity is the new magnetic field. In the past, emotions were managed, hidden, or dismissed. But now, they are your primary guidance system. Emotional integrity, feeling what's real without distortion, is becoming the most accurate compass in navigating this shift. What you feel is not weakness, it's magnetic feedback from your own soul. You may find that suppressing feelings now causes instant misalignment. That's because the new frequencies amplify distortion. When you lie to yourself emotionally, the field wobbles. When you own your truth, even if it's uncomfortable, the field stabilizes. This is energetic law, not emotional theory. Emotional integrity isn't about dramatizing. It's about clarity. You don't have to perform your pain. You just have to feel it honestly. When you allow your emotional body to express without shame or delay, it recalibrates the rest of your system almost effortlessly. The Arcturians remind us, authentic emotion emits a stable frequency. Pretending emits static. Feeling deeply is not regression, it's alignment. The more honest you are with your own heart, the more accurately reality reflects your highest potential back to you. The collective ego is under gentle reorganization. The collective ego, the shared identity built on fear, separation, and control, is no longer sustainable in this new frequency. Rather than being shattered, it is being gently reorganized by higher intelligence. This is not destruction, it's restructuring. Old ways of being are dissolving because their foundations no longer hold resonance. You might observe it in the world. Institutions losing trust, leaders losing dominance, and narratives losing coherence. This unraveling isn't a crisis. It's a collective soul retrieval. What once unified through fear is now being replaced by coherence born from truth. The Arcturian Council speaks of ego not as an enemy, but as a former guide. It helped you survive dense timelines. But now, that guide must yield to a more expansive authority, your higher self. This handover creates discomfort, yes, but also liberation beyond what the ego could imagine. EEAH teaches that when we allow the ego to soften, it begins to cooperate. It stops guarding wounds and starts protecting clarity. That's the new role of ego, not dominance, but discernment, not control, but integration. This is the reorganization unfolding at both the personal and planetary levels. Silence is now a frequency translator. In the shift, silence is no longer absence. It is a translator of light frequencies. Words can carry distortion, but silence, when intentional, transmits pure resonance. When you learn to sit in stillness with awareness, you begin to hear the multidimensional language of Source itself. You may find messages coming to you not through speech, but through knowing. You'll sit quietly, and something will unfold in your heart like a sentence already written. You're not imagining this. You're receiving through energetic bandwidths that words cannot contain. The more you lean into silence, the more you become attuned to guidance without seeking it. You start to absorb wisdom, not analyze it. Silence doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means what's happening is too refined for noise to carry. EEAH encourages cultivating sacred silence, not just the absence of sound, but the presence of listening. In that space, light codes become perception, and the mind learns to surrender its need to name. It's in this inner hush that some of the most profound upgrades unfold. The heart chakra has become a navigational system. The heart is no longer just an emotional center. It has become your primary navigational system in the shift. In the higher dimensional framework, the heart chakra functions like a compass, an antenna, and an energetic processor. It receives, decodes, and sends signals across timelines. You may feel this shift as increased sensitivity in your chest area, flutters, expansions, or even pressure. That's not a flaw. That's your heart system rebooting, sensing with the collective field and your soul's unique geometry. It is waking up as your true internal GPS. Decisions made from the heart will begin to manifest smoother, faster, and with less resistance. Logic may still have a role, but it will no longer lead. The mind follows. The heart knows. Its knowing is nonlinear. It's felt first and understood later. EEAH invites us to listen not just to what we want, but to what expands the heart when we think of it. In this phase, the heart's expansions aren't emotional whims. They are soul instructions, and following them builds the life your future self already remembers. Your choices are generating parallel realities instantly. In this new vibration, choices don't just influence your future, they birth it instantly. Every thought, every action, every subtle yes or no creates micro branches in the field of potential. What used to take years to shift can now pivot in moments, because the delay has collapsed. You may feel this when things change rapidly after small decisions. You set an intention in the morning, and by evening the field has rearranged itself. This is not coincidence. It's real-time response. The universe isn't waiting anymore. It's listening now. This also means misalignment is felt faster. When you choose from fear or habit, dissonance shows up immediately. But don't panic. This isn't punishment. It's a mirror offering immediate course correction. It's guidance disguised as discomfort, helping you step back into the flow. EEAH emphasizes this is why mindfulness matters more than ever. Not to restrict you, but to empower you. Your life is no longer unfolding at the pace of karma. It's unfolding at the pace of consciousness. Every choice is not just a fork in the road, it's a portal. Multi-timeline awareness will become natural. As your frequency rises, your awareness begins to expand beyond one linear timeline. You start noticing memories you never lived, intuitive choices without logical reasoning, or overlapping futures appearing in dreams. These are signs that multi-timeline perception is activating, and it's meant to be natural, not confusing. The Arcturians explain that every soul exists across multiple expressions, and as density drops, your awareness begins to sample data from these other paths. You may feel déjà vu, or suddenly understand something as if you've done it before. That's not illusion. It's access. This doesn't mean you'll lose touch with this life. It means this life becomes richer. With expanded perception, you gain greater wisdom, perspective, and compassion. You see how every challenge shaped you differently in other versions of yourself, and that brings deeper trust in your current journey. Earth's crystalline core is updating human memory. Beneath your feet, Earth's crystalline core is not inert, it's conscious. It records every pulse of planetary history, and as the shift unfolds, it has begun to transmit updated frequencies directly into your field. These aren't memories of the past. They are codes of soul remembrance stored within the earth. You might feel this as vibrations in your feet, sudden moments of deep belonging, or even ancestral memory rising into your awareness. These are not random. They are activations triggered by Earth's magnetic resonance reaching your cellular structure. You are sensing with Gaia's core intelligence. The Arcturians describe this core as the planet's living library, and as you attune to it, you begin accessing forgotten wisdom, not from books, but from deep within your body. This is why grounding feels different now. It's no longer just calming, it's enlightening. EEAH shares that these crystalline transmissions are part of a galactic restoration. Earth is becoming a broadcast point, and humanity is the receiver.